Larry Ogunjobi is approaching his first game with the Steelers, his first season with the Steelers, and he cannot wait. Hello, Steeler Nation, and welcome to the latest episode of your Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate with me, your host, Britsburgh, Owen, your voice from across the pond. Well, guys, Larry O is getting ready to go. He is ready for his first game. He will play some part, apparently, in preseason. Whether it's this Saturday or not, we do not know yet, but he will play some part in the preseason program for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what Larry Ogunjobi himself has said. He is also approaching his first regular season with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it seems wherever he goes, teams have playoff success as well. All bodes well for the Pittsburgh Steelers for this season. Now, before anyone says it, well, he knows the AFC North as well. How well does he know the AFC North? Well, this guy is an ex-Cleveland Brown and an ex-Cincinnati Bengal. In fact, to be precise, the only team he has not yet played for in the AFC North is the Baltimore Ravens. Therefore, his knowledge of AFC North football and AFC North ball is probably as high as anyone else's in this division. Now, what do we know about Ogunjobi so far? Well, we know that Ogunjobi is on a 1 year, $8.5 million prove-it contract with the Steelers, and that if he continues to show up well, as he has done so far in training camp, there is a good chance of that deal getting extended. In training camp, since he has come back from his Liz Frank injury and has been brought back by the Steelers staff at the right time due to the expert coaching and expert medical work that has been done with him, he has been balling out. He has been an absolute dog, an absolute beast at training. Witness some of these tweets that have come from training camp from Nick Farabaugh, who is from SteelersNow.com. Larry Ogunjobi has officially smoked the entire starting interior offensive line, now gets around Kevin Dotson. So he's already making our offensive line look a bit stupid. Well, that could be a good thing or a bad thing, really. I think I'll leave that for you to discuss anyway out there in Steeler Nation. Larry Ogunjobi is destroying this drill. 2 tackles. Steelers' first team offensive line hasn't got much push. This defensive line looks good. Now, that last line there really encourages me. This defensive line looks good. Now, obviously, the Steelers haven't had a problem with pass rush, having led the league for the past goodness knows how many seasons in sacks. But the big issue, obviously, we had last season was around the run defense. The Steelers' rush defense gave up on average 145 yards per game and really weren't that much better on Saturday either, giving up over 150 yards to pretty much second-string Seattle Seahawks. Granted, there was no Larry Ogunjobi, no Tyson Alualu, and no Cameron Hayward on Saturday, which is one positive to take from a negative, if that's such a thing. Anyway, Larry Ogunjobi has been part of a concerted effort by the Pittsburgh Steelers to improve this defense even further, and namely improve the rush defense. Ogunjobi is someone who brings great pass rush capabilities, having had a career year with sacks last season. He's someone who can get through the offensive line. He can cause problems for the offensive line and attack the quarterback, something the Steelers love to have in their D-line. However, Ogunjobi also brings good run stuffing ability. Now, marry that with obviously Cameron Hayward and the return of nose tackle Tyson Alualu, and that rush defense is starting to look a lot more solid, as it will enable them to keep the second level, the linebackers, a lot cleaner. Perhaps that's one of the problems Devin Bush had on Saturday, that the offensive line of the opposition was getting through a weaker defensive line. Okay, trying to make excuses for Devin. I'm trying, guys. But Ogunjobi, speaking to the media, has been very confident that, as has been said for a long time in the NFL, defense wins championships. Larry O is confident that this is still the case, and with the right defense, the Steelers could go on to win a 7th Lombardi. Speaking to the media at Steelers training camp yesterday, Larry Ogunjobi said the following. Yeah, for sure. I feel like you can. And that's something you've got to go out there and prove, he told reporters yesterday via Steelers Live. The staple has always been defense. So I think that's just what they're trying to continue to build, continue to grow on. They had a need for it last year when it came to run defense, and they're trying to shore it up. I feel like it's just another opportunity to rise to the occasion. So you can see that very much in the forefront of the Steelers' defensive masterminds is defensive masterminds minds, that's bad English, but defensive masterminds minds is this shoring up of the rush defense, something that is obviously at the forefront of Larry Ogunjobi's mind, given what he's just said in that comment. Ogunjobi is clearly confident that defenses can still win championships. And if you look at Pittsburgh Steelers defense going into this season, I'm very confident this is an elite level defense. A front seven containing Cameron Hayward, Tyson Alualu, Larry Ogunjobi, Alex Highsmith, Miles Jack, possibly Bush, possibly Spillane at inside linebacker alongside him. TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, Terrell Edmonds, Levi Wallace, Akella Witherspoon. This is an elite level defense that can help the Steelers to compete this season and win certainly the AFC North, and who knows after that. Ogunjobi is the replacement for Stephon Tuitt after Tuitt retired this offseason, and it's to be hoped that he can continue the level of performance that Stephon Tuitt showed during his time with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, add to that week 1, that Larry Ogunjobi will face his former team, the Cincinnati Bengals, and then in week 3 will face his other former team, the Cleveland Browns. This has left Larry Ogunjobi extremely excited for the start of the season, starting against 2 of his former teams. And when players play their former teams, there is always a raising level and a raising standards, isn't there? There's always that desire to prove that the opposition team were wrong to let you go, wrong to not give you a new contract, show the opposition fans show them exactly what they're missing now that you have left their team. And that's something I'm confident that Ogunjobi will do when he runs out there at Paycor Stadium or Paul Brown Stadium or the Bungle, whatever it's called, in week 1, and he runs down there at First Energy Field or whatever that's called, Brown Pound, on week 3. So, guys, I think Ogunjobi is right. Defense can still win championships. If your defense goes out there and frequently holds teams to under 20 points and restricts the opposition's ability to eat the clock and move the ball, it gives your offense the best chance it can to eat up the clock itself, to own the ball and to score a lot of points and put points on the opposition, which will therefore demoralize them. And I think with this defense this year, the Steelers have got the perfect opportunity to do really well. And Larry Ogunjobi, for me, is going to be an absolutely vital cog in our defensive wheel. Well, guys, let me know what you think about Larry Ogunjobi. Is he right? Defense wins championships? Let me know in the comments below. Well, guys, it's been great speaking to you again here on the Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. I'll speak to you again soon. And obviously, we've got our Steel Syndicate podcast coming up live tonight at 11:15 UK time, which is 6:15 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you come and join us in the live chat and give your opinions on all things Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go, Steelers. Come on.